Anybody know what this is? Did we play around with this at all in class yet? We did? Did I show you something with it ever?
I saw it once.
Once?
You showed us like a planet.
Oh, I showed you the planet thing in the VR, right? So a few of you saw that? Okay. So it's called Merge Cube, okay? And it's an augmented reality doohickey. And basically, see how the cube is? Each side of the cube, as well as the inside, essentially, each side of the cube is like a target point that with your phone, with AR, if I'm using an app or something that will recognize and work with the targets, it will display something like in augmented reality. I see this cube right now. When I do this, I'll see what I'm wanting to see, and then I could do weird things with it, like place it in the world and all sorts of stuff, okay? But the neat thing is, aside from other things that are like AR, where if I have like almost like a QR code type thing where I could see something happen, the cube allows you to have this whole 3D, six-sided experience, essentially, right? And there's something called co-spaces that we're going to be getting into using a little bit. And the beauty is, co-spaces allows you to create content for virtual reality and for augmented reality. And they specifically have something called the Merge Cube add-on, which lets you create stuff for use with the Merge Cube. So that's what we're going to play around with a little. First thing I want you all to do, though, is if you're in the real virtual or virtually real whatever quest line, go to the co-spaces quest. You should have it. You won't see as much as I see here. If you have the co-spaces, create your own VR one. It should be at the top, kind of. Read through real quickly the story. And, you're going to have opportunities to create something in VR or AR. We're going to start even with AR, I believe. Then when you go to task, do you notice how here it says two things? Visit this and use this code to join our class. If you copy this code and click here to join, you'll then be in, you'll have a pro account for now, for the next, at least, I think it's 30 days, okay? Then we'll see beyond that. If we're using it well enough, maybe we'll up it, okay? So you're going into CoSpace, you're using your school ID, because it's just linked to your Google account, and you're using that code that you see there, V1EQS, and I guess I should go off of that because people from out there are going to now join our class, which is really not that big of a deal. Then, while you're doing that, I want to show you a quick video first that's going to give you a little bit of a sense of what's possible with this Merge Cube add-on, and then we're going to go into CoSpaces and play around with it a little, okay? So watch this. It's super cool.
This tutorial is the first of the CoBlocks coding tutorial series.
That's not the right.
Watch it to learn the basics of CoBlocks of visual pro.
We want the, nope. Oh, I had it, here it is. This is the video I wanted you to see first. There's so many great tutorial videos for CoSpaces that you'll get to see.
CoSpaces EDU Pro lets you create for the Merge Cube using the Merge Cube add-on. Discover how you can build your creations to project onto the Merge Cube and hold your own hologram in your hands.
It's crazy.
To create for the Merge Cube,
don't really care about
need
the
a
buying the
CoSpaces
Merge Cube
EDU.
part.
You're in the process of add to license. Enter your billing, complete your purchase. All the seats in your CoSpaces EDU Pro
We all
license
have this right
plan.
now, at least.
To build your own creation for the Merge Cube, click Create Space and select Merge Cube Space. This will let you create a space specifically for the Merge Cube and project it onto the cube. When
crazy?
you first open a
What they
Merge
would
Cube
see
space, you'll
is the
find an
thing
empty
that you just
canvas
saw there
with a
when you
digital
look at it on your
3D
phone. You won't
cube
even
at the
see the
center of
cube.
the stage. Simply build your creation on and around the cube as you'd like it to look once projected onto the Merge Cube. Click Unlock to be able to move the cube in your scene. You can move the 3D cube up, down, and wherever on your scene in order to place content anywhere you'd like. To lock the cube again, click Lock. To create inside of the cube, right-click on the 3D cube and select View Inside. This will let you see inside of the 3D cube to place your content there. To go back to the outside view, click View Outside.
And you could also code with a block-based
Note that
coding
you're not
language
limited to
for
the sides
for
of the
everything in
cube.
CoSpaces.
You can build your creation around the cube to see them projected around it. You can change the cube's material to customize its look. Right-click on the 3D cube and select Material to choose a texture. You can also define the material's opacity with the opacity slider to make the material more or less transparent. This will change how much you'll see the actual Merge Cube while viewing it in AR. To project a Merge Cube space onto the cube, open the CoSpaces EDU mobile app on a smartphone or tablet. Open the space you created or Merge Cube space from the CoSpaces EDU gallery. Click Play to open the space in play mode. Hold the cube in one hand and place it in front of your device's camera. You may have to move the cube around before the cube is detected. Once your scene has been placed on the cube, you can move the cube to look at it however you like. Try turning the cube and moving it closer or further from your device.
Check out in a minute. What I like is they show kind of an example of a game that you could kind of create with it, just so you can see what's possible.
At any time, you can go back to your creation and make edits to improve your hologram. To learn how to project your creations in AR onto any surface in the real world, watch the CoSpaces EDU AR surface tracking tutorial.
So these tutorials are incredible, and there are so many of them, okay? So now we're going to go out of this, and we are going to go, later we're going to be coding. All right, so let's see here. So I'm going to go, this is something I was playing around with before. I'm going to create a new space just to show you how simple this is, and y'all could even follow along a little bit with this one. So if I go to create new space in CoSpaces, I'm choosing between a Merge Cube space or an AR VR space. In this case, we're going to go with the Merge Cube, and like they told us, it brings up this, right? Some of the things, if you remember from the video, if I right-click on it, I could show, oh, this is interesting, I could show the side labels. That's kind of neat. Okay, I didn't realize that. You could hide the labels. You can view inside. This is if you want to put stuff in the cube instead of on the outsides, right? And view outside. I can unlock it, which is where they said before, then I could, whoops, I should be able to move it around if it's unlocked. Yeah, see, I can move it around the screen if I want to. But then if I lock it, then I can't really, okay? So, just really, really simply, there's a library of things we can use. So I can bring in, well, actually, what I liked that they did, which was kind of cool, is they changed the material of it. So right off the bat, they made the whole cube look different. So even if that's all I do, when I look at this cube with my phone, I'm going to see an orange, scaly-looking cube thing. It also showed that you could change the transparency, right? So I could make it so I could still kind of see inside, but not totally. So now if I go to show inside and I put something from the library, let's say, what do we want in there? What do we want? Ooh, let's see something three-dimensional. We don't want this. Whoops. Something, let's delete that. I go to the library, I want something three-dimensional, or I want something from nature. We want to put a flower bed inside our cube. Okay, I put it in there. I can make it larger. I can rotate it. Okay, so there we have it, right? Now, right now, in theory, it's in there, but it's, because of the opacity or the transparency, you'll see the other stuff too. Now, very, very simple example, right? There's so much more we could do. Like they showed you, they had stuff happening all over. They maybe made it look like an aquarium or something. So then when you're ready to view it, I could, I believe it'll already show up. This is crazy, right? So I have the app here, CoSpaces, and let's see if it already showed up in here. Home, space 2, looks like it's there. Now, yeah, look at this. So there it is, just, on my phone already, because it's linked to my account. Hit play, and there it is, right? So in this case, the opacity allows me to still see part of the cube. If I guess I can make the cube, can I make it? So then I could go back and edit it a little. Let's say I like that purple. If it's totally, this will be interesting. Let's see what happens with this now, and let's see how fast it syncs to this. Let's see. Okay, it's still the old one, but if I go out, and now it's the purple one. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So even though it's purple like that, when I look, I have the purple, but I still can see inside of it. You guys see this? Sam? Okay. You guys see? Wait, no, you don't. There you go. Whoop, there you go. Okay, and that's just the silly thing I just did. You can do so much more with it, right? And then you could also, with the merge cube, some of the things I've done that you could very easily do is in Minecraft, one of the quests you're going to have is you can export something in 3D and actually show it on the merge cube as well. That people, okay? So you can all, you can get started with this. There will be a series of quests. A lot of it will be watching the tutorials and doing stuff. I see somebody has a dinosaur and Count Dracula and all that cool stuff. So that's just the start. I just wanted you to see what is, in fact, possible. So enjoy, and let's do cool stuff with AR and VR. And there we go.